Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Carter James Ranch over here in the back pasture. But it ain't looking like a pasture, it's looking like a sea of ragweed. So this winter we hit the Carter James Ranch real hard. Probably had too many cattle here, but we were kind of land limited. But knowing that our redemption property was coming, the access was coming this spring, we scaled up the herd. Unrolled a lot of hay and probably had more impact than what we wanted, and therefore we have a lot of ragweed here. So we got a decent grass stand below it, but the ragweed has just outgrown all the grass. We've had a pretty wet spring and summer. Hey Coda. There's Coda, and then there's Mac. So this is our ewe flock. We've got the rams split out. Honey's over with the rams in another pasture. But this is what we're doing. Instead of getting a bush hog back here, we actually moved the Katahdin sheep flock over here, and they're just crushing this ragweed. So we're gonna let them graze it, and then we're coming behind, knocking it down. Oh, there's a little face. That's JoJo. She's taking a poop. She's one of our bottle calves. So JoJo's mom is alive. JoJo's had some problems when she was born. Her front hooves were not fully knuckled over, but she had a hard time standing. And I was gone for a day or day and a half, and mom gave birth while I was gone, and just kind of got back, and JoJo was having a hard time standing and nursing, so we took her and tubed her, and then tried to get her introduced back with mom. But mom was, I think, in the process of kind of realizing the calf was going downhill, and she wouldn't take her back. So here's Rocky over here. Rocky's our other bottle calf, and then Rocky's mom is still alive as well. Rocky got really sick when he was about a week old. And then there's Albert. Albert's mom got herself caught on a hill when he was 3 weeks old, and I think she died of bloat. So this is what we're dealing with back here. We're taking them paddock by paddock. We basically have sheep netting set up. We have 100 feet on that side, 200 feet on this side, and 100 feet on their side. So it's 100 by 200 feet, and we're just taking it paddock by paddock. They'll come through, they'll strip all the leaves off this tree shoot, and then once we move them, I'll come in and cut the tree shoot, tore it on the stump so it doesn't grow back, and we'll just keep moving. Once we move them out, we'll come through and we'll mow the stems, because they will eat all these leaves, all the leaves right off of here, but they'll leave this stem. So we'll come through and clip that. But as you can see, we have a tall pasture back here. The ranch has been resting for the last, let's see here, 3 or 4 months. The majority of the cattle left in early May to head out to redemption. We kept some heifers back here, but just haven't had any activity back here for several months. So we have a lot of ragweed, have some giant ragweed. The tree shoots have grown up, but we'll just address it paddock by paddock. So the one thing I did want to mention, I've been thinking a lot about what we're trying to build here at the Carter James. We're trying to build a local food system, and it takes time to do that. We've been at this now for 2 years. The first year was kind of getting our toes in there, in the water. We had 6 steers, bought them at various ages, raised those out, processed those in 2023, and then we really started to get, the cow-calf operation going, buying females. Ended up getting our first bull, Comanche, at the end of 2022. He started breeding in 2023, and in 2024, this year was our first year of really having a calf crop. So we bought some more steers, and we've got some meat coming in the process. We're raising a bunch of broilers this year. So we're raising 750 broilers. One thing we have to do is we have to scale up for wintertime. We are only able to process and raise the chickens how we want up until about October, to the end of October. And so we need to have enough product to sell to our customers throughout the winter time. So we're still trying to get a handle on that. So 750 is the most we've ever raised. The Katahdin flock, we will be processing lamb. We're going to be processing a couple lambs here in the coming months. So we'll try that out, see if we like that. I'm not sure if there's a market for that around here or not, but we'll offer it for sure. And then we will be selling some seed stock. But I think the cattle is really where we're going to focus, on the beef production and on the seed stock side with our South Pole herd and our Wagyu herd. So But my point to all that was, it's just amazing to me, the more I've gotten into this, how our food system operates. And I feel like we've been lied to as the American people. There's a lot of things that go on in the food system that are not good for everybody, but they're pushed, you know, from processed foods, moving away from healthy foods. We've gotten so addicted to cheap food, cheap processed food, that paying a little more for quality is frowned upon. Everyone wants cheap stuff, but it's not good for you. The one thing I do like about how we raise the animals, the cattle and the sheep, by moving them often, they just get excited. I mean, they're happy to move, they're happy to explore new areas. Even the dogs are excited. You know, they can get real bored if they're in a spot for too long. And I gave them a 2-day paddock here, just 'cause it's kind of a hassle to mow these alleyways and set the fence up. But the other thing about this, you know, I've heard comments from people telling me, oh, it seems like a lot of work to move the sheep fence, and it is. But you know, the modern world almost lulls us into a sense of everything should be easy, and if everything's easy, we lose a sense of doing tough things. So that's one reason why walking away from my old life and doing this stuff, I mean, this is a much more difficult life. We deal with a lot of things. We deal with, I mean, this is beautiful watching the animals, but we deal with death. Death is ugly. And so, you know, the other day, Jamie and I, my wife, were talking about, you know, bottle feeding JoJo. And she's a terrible bottle drinker. I don't know why. She's the worst bottle cat we ever had. She sucks for a while, and she slobbers a lot. It's messy, and I know Jamie doesn't enjoy doing it. But my comment to her was, you know, when you deal with the death of the animals, it puts a lot of things in perspective. Things that are annoying, you know, yeah, feeding JoJo's annoying, but I'll tell you what, I'll deal with feeding her and the annoyance of that any day of the week over the downside of all this. But it just puts a lot of things in perspective. So, but yeah, so we've overdone this back here. So I guess this video is kind of a massive fail. Now, not that this was a great pasture before. I've commented in past videos that the Carter James had a lot of herbicide sprayed on it, and we don't herbicide the pasture. So I think part of this could be, or the majority of it's probably from me having too many cattle here. We unrolled, I think, like 400 bales of hay over the winter time because there was no grass here. We just kept rotating them around. But I do wonder if some of this growth is the soil just reacting to you know, to let whatever grow after years of being addicted to herbicide. But I don't know, I'd be curious if anyone has any comments on that. So lots of undesirable things growing back here on to the naked eye, but we're trying to use it for feed and then knock it back. So I just love seeing their little mouths strip all these trees down. You know, the cattle will eat the leaves off the trees as well, but it's nothing like what these sheep do. It's interesting to see what they go for. They're crushing the ragweed, and then they'll get down to the grass. So like I said, we do have a solid grass stand down here. Just gets shaded out by the real long ragweed. So, all right, well, it's a beautiful Tuesday morning. Time to head out to Redemption and go check on the cattle herd. You know, we did actually have a heifer give birth, let's see, 2 days ago actually. One of our last Wagyu heifer. She gave birth to a Wagyu bull, so that's exciting. Sometimes these heifers, you don't know when they'll start cycling. They don't always cycle as early as you want them to, so really happy. She's a very nice animal. Able to pet her and walk right up to her, so it was really great to see 4227J give birth. So what you think, Mac? You exploring the new world here, the new paddock? All right, everyone, I'm rambling, so thanks all for watching. We will continue to take the hammer to the ragweed here. Here's a section that we moved them out of. They didn't hammer this as hard because we actually gave them a bigger area, but we'll be able to mow this down now. So we're just gonna keep moving them. Keep them moving and eating. So have a great day, everyone. See you in the next video.